Oh boy. So, we got ourselves a power problem. You see, I have 20 power, and I'm using 25. That's because I just installed these doors here in my new security area. I'll explain how I did this design and why I did it in a little bit. But, yeah, I meant to show this a little before it happened, but it came about before I realized how much power these doors take. So these doors take 2 per installation. And when you get past your power limit of 20, you have access to the power room. Now let's see, what's a good spot to dump this? It actually is pretty big. How about... we'll jam it down here. Let me just get the measurements for the generators themselves. They're pretty big. Oh, that's fine.
Object purchase order confirmed.
Okay. And I'll buy a capacitor down here. You know, no, I'm not going to get a capacitor here. Oh, but I should check out. Can I fit all of them here? Can't. It's by 3. That's fine. Actually, I ain't gonna fret too much about that.
Room construction underway.
So we'll get this room built up.
Unpaused.
I haven't done anything else really, except I installed some extra beds because I noticed these guys, these were filling up, and I have a lot more people now because I have a little more lockers. And I set up a higher recruitment. And I've readjusted this hallway system here. So if you're wondering how I did that, it's actually not too difficult, but it can be frustrating when you don't know how to get it just the way you want. That's why I have this little niche here. This isn't the end of the world for me though, because I want to use this space for something else, but outside of the main primary base system here. What you would do basically, and I'll actually just grab some of these doors to show you. I can't put it in here. And let's see, do I have any space I could get rid of? You know what, I'm going to showcase this.
Object will be moved shortly.
So let's say I put a door here, and we'll move a door over here.
Object move order confirmed.
Now, when you have rooms, whether they're hallways or specialized rooms like the control center here, or the security, or the armory, when they're sectioned off like this by doors, which are basically just 2 wide, 2 to 1 hallways, you can destroy this individual room. Now, I can technically destroy... oh, actually, no, I can't destroy the whole hallway. I can destroy the control room because it's one individual type of room. But if you see, for example, in here, I can destroy the armory, but it'll only destroy this section. These guys bring in the explosives now for the generator. Another thing I should note, even when they're gathering the money and everything for the room that you got planned out, while it's still in blueprint mode, you can still edit and add things and take away things and readjust the room size. Once they lay down the explosives, this is it. It's going to stay like that until they're done putting down the explosives and blow it out. And as I explained before, here's this corridor now. I can even delete this here. And, yeah, if I did that, I can make this a nice little dead end. But let me show you something kind of neat.
Room destruction order confirmed.
Alright. I've got 32 people, so... and I also bought an extra one of these suitcases. So now, instead of just waiting for one person to grab a suitcase, now 2 people can grab a suitcase at a time. So it speeds up the whole gathering and purchasing equipment process a lot faster. At one point I might even add a third one here, but again, I have to kind of weasel around and figure out how to squeeze somebody in here without them getting trapped on the other side by the items, which is just absolutely frustrating. Alright. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have just left it here. But, okay, you see the problem, though. Where the doors were, they still have these little niches in. So, you're gonna have to consider that when you're building. When I did this hallway, though, what it did was it will delete the doors, but it'll delete just the door, and then the entire hallway, and then just a little past the last door. So that's what happened here. I deleted over here, and the door was here, and it just cut it off there. Or it ended here, but then it deleted the door, so that's why it has these little niches. But I like the hallway here. So,
New room build order confirmed.
I like keeping these little guys busy. They're minions, basically.
Come to us, Barry. With that.
Alright, let's see. Now, can I see if anyone's bringing... Oh, here he is. Alright, Ding. Give us the power. There we go. Now we're 35 in the green. We're very close to our limit, but the second generator should help a lot with that. Okay, what else do we need? I might buy those doors again too, actually.
Object purchase order confirmed.
And I'm going to set these to level 1. Since this isn't exactly a high priority area, I'm not too worried about people coming in and out through here. I do care if people come in through here, so I'm going to leave that at level 2. Now, those are by and large the only door codes you really want. Level 1, anybody can use them, so guests, investigators, everybody can use the doors. At level 2, only your minions and your henchmen as well as your evil genius can use the doors. Now, level 3 and 4, only your evil genius can go through it, not even your henchmen or anybody. With the exception that at level 4, you'll always have 2 people guarding the door. It'll either be 2 security officers of some kind, or one of your henchmen, or both your henchmen. Now, I haven't put a door in here yet. I'll show you why I haven't done it in a little bit. But first, we need to complete this little mission here. Oh, not this one. Where was mission? Here we go. So I need to capture and imprison the maid. And I need to put her in a secure holding cell. Well, holding cells I plan to put in here. Which I've come to realize I made this room a little too big, but... bah, whatever. So we'll put one cell in here. Alright. Now while we're waiting for that, let me show you something, a very useful tool for room management, and that is time clocks. Now,
Object purchase order confirmed.
time clocks, almost any room where a minion can work, you can usually put a time clock in it. They're very basic. You can manage a room really neatly with this. So you see there's 3 sets. There's red, yellow, and green. Right now, the control room. The control room is set to yellow, which means it's working right now. I want people manning it. At the bare minimum, staff is required here. At red, everything shuts off. Nobody is needed. Everybody working here will walk out. But I need people working the control room, or I have nobody gathering money in this. Or are they still getting money? Well, I have no information about it. I'm fairly certain you can't get any more money, actually. So, we want this on. Green means extra people. So, let's say I bump it up to 1. So now, this this control room has 3 stations. 2 people can man this control panel, while 1 person mans the memory bank. With the 1 person tick here, I will also have 1 additional person here on standby, so the second somebody steps away, because they're at the end of their shift, that other person will come in to fill in that role. By and large, this could be extremely useful. It could also be ridiculously frustrating if you're not paying attention, you forget or you overmanned a room, for instance, or a couple of rooms. For now, I'm going to leave 1 extra here, though. Ah, here we go. Good. Oh, and we've got her in our clutches. Well, since she's already here... There they go. She realizes something is up. She's trying to get out through the door here. You'll notice when you knock somebody out, what goes down is their endurance, not their health. The endurance, of course, is for their KO. It's to get knocked out state, to get KO'd. So 1 more hit, she'll probably go out. If we were trying to kill her, which is what the kill tag would do, that would lower down their health instead. And then, of course, the character would be executed. If by chance you end up killing her before interrogating her, another maid will come in, so it's not the end of the world. Lastly is weaken this target. That's very different. That would influence one of these 3. None of our current minions can influence these yet. That's why we need the maid. So, we are bringing her in right now. This guy is ripped. Maxwell Turner. He doesn't skip arm day. Alright. Oof. That's rude. Alright. Now we need to interrogate her. Easy peasy. Let me check out something real quick. I noticed I measured this wrong. 2, 2, 1, 2. Okay. 6. You know what? We'll put her in the middle. 2, 1, 2.
Object has been ordered.
We'll have another in there for a little bit later. And I'll put the interrogation chair in here. Oh, stop whining. Another interesting thing of note, you'll notice that this item, the interrogation chair, has a heat rating. Now, if you remember, like I explained before, different countries have will gain heat as I'm doing illegal things with them. This is something you don't want investigators, those groups of people from the intelligence agencies around the world looking around to see stuff. This is the kind of stuff you don't want them to see. So, that's why I don't care if they come walking in here and seeing the bunk bed. Of course, my island with its employees would have bunk beds or lockers, but it's a little odd that they would have holding cells or ominous-looking interrogation chairs, that kind of stuff. Control room, stuff like that too, also. Briefcase racks, not so much. But power generators as well. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just weird we want power? What are we using all this power for? Let's see. So we're just waiting on these 2 items to come in. Here they are. I bet this guy's it here. Alex Thompson, you lazy butt. Come on, bro. It's not that heavy. It's a chair and a lamp. We got this shit from IKEA. What are you doing? I'm about to throw his ass in the cage. Alright. Now, we just need to interrogate her. Pretty easy. Right click. While they're in here, we can send her to be interrogated, which we're going to do. We can have her executed. We don't need to do that, of course. And we can even free her, which is silly.
Interrogation order
Why would we do that?
Device selection.
Alright. Somebody is going to interrogate her. I used to know a way to, like, figure out who is going to carry out an actual action like this. Okay, not him. Somebody's coming over right now to do this job. But I don't know who. Oh. I guess that is him. Alright, Sam Tan. You are totally not working for me right now. You got my hopes up. You know what? Just for that. Hang on.
Champagne's on ice, darling, and so are you.
Okay, he's coming back though. Let's see.
Prisoner interrogation requested.
Oh, maybe I did it wrong. I did do it wrong. Okay, I always mix up the right click, left click. Alright, in that case. There we go. This guy's going to actually do the task. Is this Sam Tan? This is Sam Tan. I'm doing a little too much at once now. Ooh, Stanley. It's a fantastic name. Yeah, don't disappoint me next time. Alright.
Goods, goods.
Womp womp. Now for the interrogation. Ooh. So her health's gonna tick down a bit. Oh my gosh. Maybe she's just dying by cringe. I'm not sure. Oh. He's done with her.
Okay.
Alright. And that's how we get our newest minion type. Very cool. So valets are so there's 3 different types of minions. They go with security, science, and social. Valets are the social kind.
Caution, cannot accommodate this many minions.
These all derive from our larger minion pool. We only have 32, so while I have 1 for my old pool here, I'm going to reduce 1 here, increase 1 here. I'm actually going to reduce quite a few in here.
Minion capacity
There we go.
exceeded.
And I'll show you how. I'll show you guys right now how to actually get more with the training room. So let's got quite a few rooms now. Cool. Training room, training room. Where, oh where would I like to put a training room? It's actually not very. We don't need a lot of space for it. You know what? I'm just gonna kind of. I don't think I can stick it in here really well. Actually, yeah, I can't. Oh man, this is lame. This is a crummy little section here, actually. Yeah. I'll think of something to do with this in a little bit. I want to save this for something else later. You know what? Let's do it in here. I don't want to... I don't think training rooms give heat. At least training room items don't give heat, but... Let's not... Let's not take any chances. Now, with the training room, we have special training items per type. And not just per type, but also per individual minion job. So, there are 3 branches, and each type of branch has 4 different particular jobs in them. So, for now we only have the valet, but if I want to train the valet to the 2nd tier, I need a valet, and I need whoever's in the 2nd tier, and they need the item to teach that 2nd tier. But for now I only have valets. So with my 1 valet, I want to put in a school desk.
Object purchase order confirmed.
And we'll put 3 in. It's a pretty good number. So what'll happen is right now only 1 valet will teach 1 worker, and then I'll have 2, and those 2 will teach 2 workers, and then I'll have 1 more to teach the 3rd, and then I'll have 3 that can teach 3 more, and then I can you can see how I can exponentially grow my staff type. Valets are pretty useful. Now they can't fight and they can't construct. Only the workers, in fact, can construct, so you don't need them for a lot. But the valet are extremely useful in that they can do all kinds of maintenance for your base. So let's say somebody passes out because they're exhausted. Uh-oh. Blast. Looks like Smash has knocked a few of our guys out of here. Well, I'm not gonna worry about that. We'll send 3 more. We're making enough. I'm not too fretting about that. Actually, how much do we make over here? About 4,000? Yeah, let's not do that much. But well, we got 100,000. If we're ever short on somebody, I'm at a point where I don't mind. This isn't going to charge me 4,000 every minute. Oh, one every second. It's not going to charge me 4,000 every second. Oh, more people got killed. Okay. Oh, and they even got Eli. Alright, the heat's probably getting a little bad. Let's put you guys in hiding. Alright. The honeymoon phase is over. Now we've got to start worrying about heat realistically. But that's fine. I'll have people coming in all the time, every second. I'll fill up my staff real quickly. Alright, so we're done with this mission. Now we gotta find other heads of the underworld and bring them into our base. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Right now, I want to make sure we have top quality people working for us. Alright, get the training center going. What else? Oh, my inner sanctum. We'll get to that in a little bit. Staff and mess hall, those are important too. Yeah, let's put these in. Let's fill this up here. Why not? And how about a mess hall counter? Oh, so I can't fit all that. Alright, that's fine. We'll put this here.
Object has been ordered.
We'll put another counter here.
Object purchase order confirmed.
I'll actually delete. I don't want to delete that much. That was silly.
Room construction underway.
Let's get a regular counter over here.
Object has been ordered.
Oh, whoops. Wobble, wobble. There we go.
New room build order
And a
confirmed.
time clock. Because everybody loves time clocks.
Object purchase order confirmed.
Right. Alright, so just a quick, simple little mess hall. You just walk around the corner here. My idea is that I want to line this area for the most part, with stuff that my staff can just go, take care of their needs, come back, and do their work. And that makes life so much easier. And I made this actually pretty big, because the next couple items I'll need are very big, and they're going to be filling this up. This might actually be too small, but we can expand on that later. What else? Oh, we have an investigator. Another guy from Smash. Now, if you remember from the first episode, I had some pretty pathetic Smash investigators on the island, and they were wearing all white. This guy's wearing khaki. He's actually an exceptional one. That's because the heat is pretty high right now. Oh, and these guys went back to stealing. We don't want that. They will go back to stealing over time, so we gotta be careful with that. In fact, I might just take them out of here. Yeah. I'm gonna let them hide for a sec. I'm gonna try to remember to take them out. And we'll move them to some other location. That way it's not just Smash getting on my case. Let's see. 1, 2, 1. Okay. We should be fine. Next for the armory, security desk. This is why I saved that little spot here.
Object has been ordered.
So that way, when they come in, they can't just walk through. There's no legitimate reason to have a security desk right here. In fact, yeah, it doesn't even cause heat. It just, personally, it looks cool. You walk in, you see the security guard, security officer, whatever, and then you have to walk through and go through. I don't know, it just seems fitting. What else do we also need? Ah, yeah. Handgun cabinets, rifle cabinets. Rifles are only for security officers, security guards. We don't have those yet. But we do have workers, and workers use handguns. And if I need people to start shooting,
Purchase order confirmed.
we should have at least one of these here. I'll show how these work in a little bit, but for the time being, let's not worry about that yet. Ooh, we've got a couple other agents. Ooh, Patriot. Okay. Eli returns from the wilderness. Ah. Alright, let's just make sure they're staying hidden. Yeah, if your henchman gets killed, it gets hurt, I should say, out in the world, he'll just be out of commission for a little bit and then come back to the island, even if you tell him, oh, I need you to go right back out. What else we got? Ah! This is Anvil? Yeah, Anvil. Sort of the Chinese intelligence agency. Well, Patriot's more like an American allied nation kind of a thing. Actually, they're primarily American. What was the green one? Saber? Saber, yes. And here he goes. Can you upgrade yet? No.
That's right.
No, it's not. What's wrong? Oh! I think he saw something he shouldn't have. Looks like,
Intruder tagged for capture.
we need to capture him. Ah, cool. Now we got the security station here. I'll show how this works in a little bit next time. For now, let's see if we can get Eli out here. And then I'll move these guys around. Oh! Womp womp. I could have had him just killed, but this is more fun. Just capturing him. Any second now, I'll get that chopper. Come on now, I want Eli there. Alright, you know what? While I'm waiting, I'll show you cameras. It's actually super easy. You'll notice it has a red 1 on it. One of the things we can buy in a lot of places are security cameras and security loudspeakers. Pretty straightforward. Security cameras. Just monitor an area. You can see a little green cone. Kind of like Metal Gear Solid. anyone manning these, you'll see also these have like a red one. I should explain that. I could tell it not to be on line 1. I could tell it to be on line 1. I can have multiples of these, so these could be, can I change these now? No, I can't. So I need multiple security desks to change their number. But if I have multiple versions, I can have them monitoring multiple areas. But yeah, then I just, I can have this one camera be on line 1, which is all I really need for the time being. Monitoring here. And then say I want the people in here to know if somebody's breaking in. Because this is a place where a lot of my guards will gather. That is good enough as any.
Object purchase order confirmed.
So what'll happen is, let's say an agent, such as this is Saber? Yeah. Smash. Say this Smash agent walks into here, just following a guard as he opens the door. The camera will see him, and won't do anything, because he's not tagged. But, say I tag him, the camera sees him, sees, oh, he's a tagged agent, he'll respond, and make an alert in line 1, because camera 1 sees station 1, and alert all of the speakers to announce that, hey, I need you to do this, which would be the same as if they were literally next to him and performing the action I need for that tag. That's the basics of it there. Okay. Alright, now we got these guys here. Let's move them over to, say... Put them in the United States. Or actually, no, let's put them in Europe. Alright. There we go. Let's move you here. Now, it's a little tricky. My advice is to just kind of do this. It'll pick them all at once, but because of how quick everything is, you kind of just want to grab one dude, then move him over to the location you want, then just go back to the original spot, pick up a bunch of people, go back to the other spot, and then drop them all off. It just makes things a lot easier. Oh, he thinks he's slick. Funny guy. I don't think he realizes the kind of predicament he's in. Yeah. You really got yourself in a pickle this time, buddy.